Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, sweet. Cool. All right, I got sound. I got sound. Angle's decent, nice and bright. My sunglasses, oh shit. What's going on? What's happening out there? This is a fine afternoon edition. BS with Be Honest. I got a new headset. I wanted to come out here and stream Monday morning. I kept getting that fucking. It was almost like that. Like you can't use. That's all that's coming through my headphones. You can't use it well that way. Which means I missed the stream on Monday, which is alright. But now I just want to mostly test this shit out. Maybe test a couple other things out on a fine Tuesday night, on a fine Tuesday evening. Let me see. Turn the gain up a little bit. Watch this volume knob. All of a sudden, since I had this goddamn, I got to stop cursing so much. But after the incessant technical difficulties, I'm very mindful. What's up, EMP? What's up, dude? Happy Tuesday. I missed it. I missed it yesterday. So I want to come out here and chit chat a little bit, maybe test some things out. Ordinarily, the premise of this is I wake up and take a walk and ponder, think, maybe too much. Sometimes I just walk and swing my arms. Uh, now read some good stuff and talk to the people, go lift some weights. But today is Tuesday evening, so I'm already done doing all that stuff. I did all the stuff, but I got these new headphones. So I want to test them out mostly, and I figure the best way to test them is to just do it live. Let's just give it a shot. So what's up? What's going on out there? I guess I should test. Let me test, see how it sounds on my end. These things are huge. I got like a 25-foot cable down here. Completely and totally excessive. Completely and totally excessive. Sounds good though. All right, cool. Yes, I don't really got nothing to talk about right now. I just figured I'd test this shit out, make a cup of coffee. I'll hang out here. What's up, EMP? What do you want to hear, bro? What are you up to? You're out here just chilling in the chat. These guys that like live stream all day, I wonder what that's like because they've got music. Yes, sir. Yeah, these cats that just live stream all day and make work out of it, that's insane to me. I guess it wouldn't be that hard if this is just what you do. Like when I go live and I got about 20 minutes to hopefully spit up something useful. I wonder, 20 minutes is like time constraint. It's like, all right, I kind of got to get in and get out, be quick. And I don't know, I'm not really gimmicky with the shit. I talk about what I read. I talk about things I'm thinking about, try and make it cater to be useful or helpful or otherwise. But like, I don't know, who's the big streamers. When I was coming up, I was real into Owen Benjamin. That's what that dude would do. He would just stream. But when you have a community, when you've got a whole chat room full of people, I guess there's feedback. So you can kind of like actually get up in there and argue with people and, make fun of people or have fun with it. I just got a couple loyal, super loyal cats that are in here. And I love and appreciate y'all. I got the eyes. I got a guitar. I got double eyes. It's my favorite emoji. Jamming the John. What John are you jamming? What you mean? Figuring out the John. The John, huh? We overuse the word John sometimes. It makes sense to us. Not everyone. It doesn't make sense to everybody. And since I'm winging it, if I get the rando listener that comes in and listens to this fine episode of BS with Be Honest, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He ain't talking about much. But then again, it's like, if you're, I don't know, who are the big streamers? If you're Destiny, if you're John Zerka or whatever, those cats that just get on Twitch. But Twitch is different than YouTube. YouTube Live is different than Twitch Live. A lot of those fools are just like playing video games. Although that might be fun to do one day. You think we could set that up? We just get a Halo screen like right here. I guess then the challenge would be to put that screen onto this screen, playing Halo 3 with Be Honest. Just teabagging every fool that I can. Though I'll gradually get more and more animated and pissed off. Act a fool in front of the whole world because the whole world's watching me out here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, streaming for 4 hours a day, that seems easy on principle. It seems easy on principle, especially if there's interaction and things to jump off of. Like if you're just out here, like the ideal thing is just out here hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a cup of coffee. Ordinarily, it's like, good morning. What's happening? Salut. But I got nothing right now. No one's even texting me on my phone. Maybe I just haven't looked at it. Nothing to talk about. Let's go on Twitter. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Because yeah, dude, I'm not coming in here with, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. And I like doing it in the mornings because it's like, all right, this is a deliberate thing to be done. It's executed, whether I think about it or not. It's like part of my day. And when I successfully do it 3 times a week, when I do not have technical difficulties getting in my way, it's like, all right, this is my morning thing, dude. And those are good days when I can wake up and be like, yep, took that walk. Yep, did a bunch of reading, got on the YouTube, adding to the portfolio, whatever I talk about. I listen back to them and I'm usually like, yeah, that was a good one. You know, I get out and slam those weights around. That's always awesome. And then I go to work. And by the time I'm done, and since I'm doing the 75 hard thing, and then I get home and it's like, all right, throw that weighted jacket on, take my walk at night, and it's like, damn, I got all those extra steps in, hitting that same route twice a day, did everything I needed to. Did everything I needed to. There's very seldom is there things left undone. And that's a good way to live. Because then from that point, I can kind of worry about character. And that's kind of where I've been the past couple weeks with all of it, you know? It's like, was I pissed off today? Was my attitude bad today? Was I rude to a customer? Am I unnecessarily militant at my coworkers? But if you're not doing the shit you kind of have to do, like, I don't know, at least for me, I don't really think about it all like that because there's like levels to it. We want to edge closer to idealistic behavior. We want to get closer to who we ideally want to be. I think anyway. And I guess if I was still newly sober, that would be a big mark every day to be like, all right, well, I did not drink today, or I didn't do this. I didn't go and smoke that weed. I didn't go to the bar. That's a win. So I don't know. I guess that ties into the whole stacking wins thing. Stack wins every day. So you build good weeks and then it just continues. So it's a pretty good place to be, I suppose, when I'm mostly nailing all the tasks to be done. And the tasking of myself is pretty, set down, not doing the things I have to do. Because then I can kind of ponder character, attitude. It's kind of a good position. It's a good position to be here, not like being comfortable enough just talking with my headphones on and a camera, not feeling weird, not having much to say, but trying my best to not fill that empty space with a gratuitous amount of F bombs and all that shit, you know? Advancement, I suppose. So I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I got nothing really to talk about. I'm just doing the damn thing. I think it's been a month since I started 75 hard. I haven't lost it. I lost a lot of weight at first. Then I've kind of been plateauing right around 212, 213. But that's good because the body composition is visibly starting to shift about this point in. And all I really do for my diet, I don't really count my calories. I don't really count macros per se, but it's just no breads, no cheeses, and no fake desserts. So it's all like beef and white rice and protein bars, protein powders, shit like that. Any kind of meat. All meat is on the table. And I've had pretty good success with all of this before. Every time I've done 75 hard, I lost about 30 pounds. The lightest I got was right under 200, like 198. But that was because I ended it at Easter, where I do a 3-day fast. So that's like an extreme variable. It's kind of hard to know for sure if that's tenable. I started a little less. Usually I started around the first 2 times I did 75 hard. I want to say I started like 230, 231, maybe as high as 235, 236. And every time I did it, I got down at about 202, 205. So I don't know. What'd you say? Weight is a shit metric. There's my 2 cents. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's curious to me because the only time I really concern myself with weight is when there's like a program involved. And the only program I do, quote unquote, the only program I do is 75 hard, because that's something, it's a long period of time. It's pretty controlled in terms of what I'm doing. You control for your diet, you control for your activity. I guess you could change the variables within those two controlled things. Like I could lift specifically more high rep, or just strictly stay strength, and within the diet, it's like, no bread, no cheese. That eliminates most carbs and most bad fats. just by virtue of not having bread and all that other extra dessert type shit that's most surplus calories. And then, but within that, it's like pretty natural. Obviously, the hydration. I wonder about the hydration sometimes too. But you're not going to convince me that, yeah, like you said, weight is a shit metric. Who cares what you weigh? But I don't know. Those things they have their use. You know, I mean, they have their use. It is kind of, there's a bit of a glamour to being like, yep, started at 240, ended at 205. It's like, damn, you lost 35 pounds in fucking 2.5 months. That's some work. And it is. You know, it is. So starting at 223, it's pretty unrealistic to expect to get down to 192 because that's like, I don't know, the way I understand it, the closer you get to lean skeletal body mass and lower general body fat percentage, it just gets harder. You know, like it's not the same sport. If you're a 300-pound super obese piece of trash, it's probably really easy to shave that first 20 pounds off. Shit, your body can't wait to get rid of that extra 20, 30 pounds. So just give it a reason, you know, and as soon as you start tweaking those little things, calories or carbohydrates, stored energy, plus you're expending much more energy through exercise, it just fucking blasts off. And if you never really spend time in the gym and you get newbie gains and shit too, it's just like, boom, you activate the machine. So carry the half gallon. Yeah, dude, I got that half-gallon bottle of water. Fucking just fill it up. As long as I fill it once and then kill it again, it's great. I find it's a lot easier using like a little plastic cup with a straw because the water's like hard for me. It's not that I don't drink water, but I'm just so go 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 working in the burger shop and shit. If I'm drinking it, I gotta like slam a bunch and then get right back on task. I don't just sip water throughout the day sitting at a desk. Uh-oh, my Stanley's empty. Not to say you are, but I'll tell you that I don't. Yeah, so it's very interesting. We'll see where I get to. But it is cool about a month, yeah, 28 days into the program. It's like, all right, yeah, that's when it's starting to come back. A little more veiny when I get a real sick pump. You know, you don't have all that extra trash on you. Your body gets leaned out, and that's when it really starts to fucking change. And I really enjoy that shit. So that's what I'm doing. Still reading. I'm reading Anti-Fragile by Talim Naseb. And a lot of that, I mean, you might like this book, EMP. I don't know. A lot of his points are really good. A lot of his content's really cool. But it's just written in such a blatantly like academic language that's trying to satirize and be sarcastic about hyperinflated sense of academics. It's like an academic kind of shitting on other intellectuals. So it's like intellectual mudslinging with big words. And, you know, I have to look up words a lot as I'm reading it, which is a good thing. But sometimes it's like, bro, just get to the point. Holy shit, just get to the point. All, you know, big, long winded explanations about why something like weight is a shit metric. You know, you could do it pretty succinctly why. You could give a very quick and concise reason for that, but this dude will write a whole chapter on it with big ass words. So I don't know. But he talks about that same thing, you know, make it simple. A lot of stuff is simple. One of the things that guy talks about a lot is not going the unintended intent, like trying, there's a word, iatrogenics, which is like a medical term, where it's like he's pretty much making the argument. This is not medical advice, but he's pretty much saying like, you don't need to go to the doctors who are just going to be interventionalists at the smallest sign of, give them a reason to intervene and they will. You know, if you're in that middle percentage of just, you know, you're feeling a little off, something's not quite right, but it's not damage. You know, it's not lethal. You're not in danger. You're not in immediate tremendous harm's way. Don't bother, because they're just going to start fucking around and giving you shit you don't need. And that has the unintended consequence of making shit worse. He's pretty much like, yeah, if you need it, like if you're dying, just fucking go, because that's when it's going to be advantageous. But if you're just a little off, you know, a lot of that shit don't work. Oh, well, today I weigh 215 pounds, but tomorrow I might weigh 213 and a half. It's like, bro, you're lost in the sauce. There's reasons for this stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's basically what the fuck I'm into right now. Let's go to Twitter. I used to do this. I used to just fucking scroll on Twitter and see what's what. My feed is pretty cool. My feed is all just straight up rock and roll. Who's live? Ah, Owen's live. That's cool. Owen's back on YouTube. See how long that lasts. Yeah, my basic feed is just metal. I don't really follow all the politics and shit on here. I follow all that on Instagram, but I just share stuff. Let's see. Let's go to what's trending. Should I go to trending? Following guitar Twitter? That's not where I go. Search. What we got? Today's news. Trump blasts UN ineffectiveness amid glitches in General Assembly address. UN ineffectiveness, huh? What we got here? This will be the news edition. Tuesday evening news with Hannas. President Donald Trump addressed the United Nations General Assembly in New York on September 23rd, 2025. Ha. Criticizing the organization's role in diplomacy and migration. Criticizing the organization's role in diplomacy and migration while highlighting U.S. achievements in resolving conflicts and boosting the economy. Talking. He incorporated humor from an escalator malfunction upon arrival and a teleprompter failure during his speech, using the incidents to underscore his points about UN shortcomings. Trump claimed to have ended 7 international conflicts without UN assistance, though some details remain unverified by independent sources. Of course they do. Gavin Newsom, he's the first one to chirp up. Trump's teleprompter broke. He told every other nation they are going to hell. He bragged about violating international law. He blamed climate change on immigrants. He complained about the wind not blowing enough and made a plug for his campaign ads. What a disgrace. This is so silly. Yeah, the news is so annoying. It's meant to get you, which is fucked up being like politically inclined because you want to watch, you want to tune in, you want to be hip, you want to know what's going on. I'm fucking back to my disenchanted mode after all this craziness. Here's a video. So the escalator, they're all fucking walking. Half of them are walking up the steps. That probably hurts these people. Why do I have to walk up the steps? According to the Times, UN staff members had previously, quote unquote, joked about turning off the escalator. Well, it's a sad day when this is the news. The escalators don't work at the UN conference. Orange Man's big mad. Then here's someone. I genuinely don't think the U.S. will ever recover from this global embarrassment. He is beyond parody. Let's see what these people look like. It's Mehdi Hassan, blue check mark, British-American journalist, editor-in-chief, and CEO of new media company Zetio News. 4.6 following, 1.7 million followers. I guess that's a big account. Yeah, it's all the typical spiraling about the Orange Man. So tired. It's so tiring at this point. That's okay. Marco Rubio. The UN has not been there for us as a country. For months, POTUS brokered peace in major world conflicts without any help being offered to him. Yeah, because they hate him. Duh. Come on, big brain Rubio. The UN has tremendous potential, but it is not living up to it. Strongly worded letters are just empty words. Actions end wars. Shut up. These people fucking suck. Actions end wars. Then who starts the wars, buddy? People like you, Mr. Rubio. Anyway, let's go back. What else is next? RCMP. Whoa. Detains ostrich farm family. Okay. As CFIA enforces cull of 400 healthy birds in BC. They're fucking killing ostriches out here? They're culling ostriches? This shit ain't right. The Canadian Food Inspection. What? The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has ordered the destruction of nearly 400 symptom-free ostriches at Universal Ostrich Farm in Edgewood, British Columbia. Interesting. Following a 2024 avian flu detection that affected only 2 birds. Owners and her family, who view the flock as a research resource for antibody studies, resisted the cull, leading to RCMP detentions on September 23rd to enforce the order under Health of Animals Act. That's wild. So is the health of animals includes culling the herd? That's interesting. But I don't know if I'm reading that correctly or not. Federal court rulings upheld the biosecurity measures despite protests and calls for serological testing, with the cull now imminent to prevent potential outbreaks. That's kind of fucked up. So there's an ostrich farm. What are they doing with all these ostriches, dude? There's no way they eat ostriches in Canada, right? That's got to be that's got to not be the case. Are they just testing? Is that why they? Nah, they don't have a farm for testing. That doesn't make any sense. Not even. Yeah, I don't know. That's just so weird. But I guess the issue that's coming about is the tyranny of it. Apparently, the Canadians are threatening to arrest them if they don't comply with the herd culling. Ostrich Farm versus CFIA standoff thread, day 2. Yeah, that ain't right, man. That's what the government's doing, wasting their time killing ostriches in Canada. Useful people, very helpful for society. Yeah, like it's all about the government overreach type bullshit. Breaking, RCMP thugs are promising to arrest the ostrich farm owners if they do not leave their farm. CFIA says they're moving to the next step and the farm owners will be removed. That's fucked up. Get off your farm so we can kill your birds. Sucks. It's not the headline I expected, though. So this is the headlines today. We got Orange Man and a malfunctioning escalator. An ostrich farm Waco type situation. Very cool. Very cool. What's next? Oh, casual. Hand grenade explodes in central Oslo. No injuries reported. Was that Norway? Police identified the device as military style and safely detonated a second grenade. What the fuck? Investigators attribute the incident, that's in Sweden. Investigators attribute the incident to organized crime networks, potentially connected to rising grenade attacks in Sweden. Oh, okay. Amid gang rivalries. Nice. Huh. So we got broken escalators, ostrich hostages, and hand grenades. Very, very cool. What we got next? Jimmy Kimmel. People are still talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Rubio's trending. Yeah, it's all super silly. Let's see. That's my For You page, at least. That's what the algorithmic gods determined is for me. Trending Hawkins. The UN. Ryan Routh. That's the guy that tried to shoot Trump. The guy they're saying shot Trump. Oh yeah, apparently this dude fucking like. I guess he got what? I don't really want to be the news reporter here. I just find it interesting. Keep one head in the fucking mud. The other, the rest of my life, I'm trying to actually make something of myself. But for all sakes and purposes, right now, let's just talk some shit. Yeah. So this dude, here's Fox News. Breaking: would-be Trump assassin Ryan Routh tries to stab himself in the neck with a pen after guilty verdict read in court. Nice. Very fun stuff out here. This is all really like, this is so stupid, bro. This shit's so dumb. This is all they're talking about. Here's someone, Matt Cressett on Twitter. I'm glad they caught Ryan Routh, but I'd sure like to know more about that kid in Butler, PA that actually did shoot him. Why don't we know anything about him? Why don't we know anything about a lot of things? Because they don't want us to fucking know, man. They like to keep us in the dark and keep us stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? They just want us to be pieces of their machine. It's all very true. Yeah, so more dumb news. What else? Harvard? Why is Harvard trending? No reason. It's just people talking about Harvard. Teleprompter. Oh, yeah, Trump's teleprompter didn't work. Dude's got the biggest mouth in the world and needs a teleprompter. Yeah, I ain't got no teleprompter here. Obviously the same thing. Zelensky's still fucking in the news. Nobel Peace Prize. What are we talking about here? Oh, yeah, more Trump madness. Here's from Really American on Twitter. Sheer Trump madness. During what can only be described as a psychotic speech today, Trump complained about not getting a Nobel Peace Prize, moments before bragging about killing people in boats in international waters without due process. Dead silence. Yeah, because he apparently waged war on the narco states in Southern America. I seen something they seized like 750,000 pounds of fucking cocaine in those waters, in the international waters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn on that one. Drugs are bad. Don't fucking do drugs. And the fact that so many Americans do drugs, and now I've done a lot of drugs in my life. I'm not, you know, I'm the prodigal son in this instance. But I will say it's stupid. I will say if you do them, you're stupid. It makes everything worse. And then the ripple effect of a bunch of motherfuckers doing drugs makes everything worse for everybody. So don't do them and they can't sell them here. Now that's utopian pie in the sky type thinking. That just ain't fucking reality. So it is what it is. Does the president of the United States need to fucking be using our military to bomb the narcos? That's fucking, I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. Good thing in a bad idea form. I don't know. Whole fucking sucks. The whole Trump thing sucks. Had a lot of hope for the man. Stuck up for the man for a long time. Voted for him a couple times too. Shit. Dealt with a little bit of social ostracization and, some attempts at bullying and reprimanding and shaming and so on and so forth. Because, I thought Trump was fighting a good fight. I don't really see it. I just don't really see it anymore. It's a damn shame. Now, that being said, whatever this tweet is, I don't want him. Moments before bragging about killing people in boats in international waters without due process. Drug traffickers. Yeah, I mean, what a just loaded way of saying it. Those poor people, they're just people in boats. They're just people in boats in international waters. Why did we? They're just innocent. They deserve due process. Americans get due process. But, what do I know? I'm just a fool. And people are spiraling. Trump, everyone says I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. His UN speech is nothing but whining, bragging, and playing the victim. That's from Republicans against Trump. Let's see what other high quality tweets Republicans against Trump put out. Pro democracy conservatives, Republicans fighting Trump and Trumpism. Please support our work. Buymeacoffee.com/ let's see what this website looks like. Buy me a coffee. Buy Republicans against Trumpism a coffee. Name or at your social. Support 5. Become a member. Yeah, good for them. Using emotion to get some money. Small amounts of money from a lot of people equals profits. Buy me a coffee. You can buy me a Ghost energy drink or a Fine Form energy drink. Patreon.com/ Nikki Be Honest, because I make music too. This is just me killing some time, fucking riffing a little bit. I just felt called to riff today. Anyway, Republicans against Trump, their pinned tweet. Forbes. Since last year's election, the Trump family has nearly doubled its wealth to $10 billion, profiting from the presidency. This is pure corruption. What a fine, nuanced, descriptive article. I'm sure every president leaves richer. I'm sure every congressman leaves richer. Motherfuckers ain't lost money doing this shit since like the founders, but what else? They retweeted the Tennessee holler. Watch, Trump's 2020 election steal was a non-starter for me. There was no fraud. Jeff Duncan, Georgia, ex-Republican lieutenant governor of Georgia, running for gov as a Dem, tells us that Republicans often thank him for doing the right thing when they can't, i.e. they won't. Bunch of crybabies. Fox News host Jesse Waters. What we need to do is either leave the UN or bomb it. Another fine, intelligent, nuanced take. Either leave it or bomb them. George Carlin comes to mind. What? They've got bigger dicks than us. Bomb them. I should go back and revisit some George Carlin. The more these party lines get more absurd. Because he was easy to write off. George Carlin's shit was easy to love when I was like a young liberal. And then as I was easing my way into quote unquote conservatism or constitutionalism or whatever, patriotism, which is not an easy thing to be. It's like, fuck Carlin. He's just that old, irritated, crazy lib. Now that I've moved past all those things, it's like, I bet you there's a lot of nuanced takes that I might agree with. And that's a funny thing. What? They've got bigger dicks than us. Bomb them. Anyway, Republicans against Trump, you suck on Twitter. You should follow at Nikki B. Hannas because I repost badass rock and roll. The Frenchie with a big picture of Zelensky, Trump to the UN. Everyone says I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Absolutely not, Jabba the Hutt. The only one who deserves a Nobel Peace Prize is President Zelensky. Do you agree? No, it's another actor. That dude was like in a bunch of sitcoms. I guess they're all fucking actors, though. Oh, that's annoying. No one likes to be fooled, and I feel fooled for fucking liking the Orange Man as much as I did. I guess it introduced me to a higher sense of patriotic duty, which is in some ways a higher sense of, I don't know, what's the word I'm thinking of? A higher sense of masculinity, a higher sense of manness. I think men should be patriotic in their country. They should love their country. They should love their people. They should stand up for what's right. But what does that actually mean? that's the fucking big debate. What does that actually mean? Should I stop reposting good clips of ZZ Top and Dimebag Darrell and Leonard Skinner and Motorhead and Metallica and Megadeth? Should I just stop posting them and instead pontificate on Twitter to my probably bots and spam 40 followers or something? I don't know, man. This shit's so silly. Moving on from Nobel Peace Prize. Black Lightning. What's Black Lightning? Marvin Jones III has been cast as Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. 10 out of 10 casting. Bro was a menace in Black Lightning. Yeah, I never seen Black Lightning. It's a white dude in Black Lightning, though. Yeah, I don't know. Go Niners. Hugo. Matt Shaw. Trending. Oh, Rapture. I'm curious about this. I've seen a lot of idiots today spiraling that apparently it's the Rapture today. I didn't know that. It's like black ice. Robs you of your balance. I think Black Lightning will probably fucking blow you up. Probably just tear you out. I don't know. What we got in the Rapture? Yeah, this is like why are I just like I go on and see this shit on social media today. Oh, can you believe these idiots think it's going to be the Rapture day today? I don't think anyone who actually believes in the supremacy of Jesus Christ thinks today is going to be the Rapture. You people are dumb. So here it is on Twitter. News. South African pastor Joshua Mlachela's Joshua M's Rapture prediction fails on September 23rd. South African pastor Joshua M. I'm not even going to keep trying to pronounce that name for fear of sounding stupid. South African pastor Joshua's prophecy of Jesus Christ's return on September 23rd or 24th, 2025, based on a dream, went viral on TikTok and X, amassing millions of views and prompting some followers to quit jobs and withdraw children from school. Very intelligent people. The predicted date passed without any incident, leading to widespread online ridicule and references to biblical passages warning against date setting. The correct response. Theologians and critics highlighted the prophecy's rejection within mainstream Christian traditions, underscoring social media's role in amplifying such claims. No shit. Cool. So lots of stupid people out here. Lots of dumb mind rot. Is that what they call it? Brain rot? That's what the youths call it these days. Brain rot. Now, brain rot's like some real next level shit. We used to have like what? YouTube poops, funnyjunk.com, newgrounds.com, flashplayer.com. And there were some dumb, super just stupid, like online jokes that became inside jokes amongst friend groups. So I guess it's just a great tradition of dudes being dudes and bros being bros. And if I was a 33-year-old curmudgeon watching a 15-year-old me laugh at the things 15-year-old me laughed at, I'd probably have a similar response. So I ought not judge. But neither here nor there. Memes are kind of funny, though. Yeah, so if you thought the Rapture was going to come today because of some Instagram or TikTok video, you suck. But that's okay. Because I'm just hanging out with my man EMP right now while I'm in front of a camera, drinking all my coffee. Anyway, so that's trending. What's in the news? Let's go to the real important stuff. What's the real important stuff today? We already discussed Trump being blasted by UN ineffectiveness. Oh yeah, this is this is the good one. This is the good one. The memes are fire for this one. Trump and RFK Jr. issue Tylenol warnings for pregnant women as social media protest erupts. Awesome. Oh, I don't even know where this came from. It seems to be just the next stupid thing that's thrown into the news cycle. Huh. I don't even know if this is true or not, but this is from Tara Dublin, rock star wordsmith. She says it's the official response from Tylenol. It's obviously not, but it says Tylenol. Nice try. Release the Epstein files. That's pretty good. True indeed. Yeah, we're all spiraling about Tylenol in pregnant women. It causes autism in the kids. Well, that's right. That's RFK coming in. We've studied and cross-referenced everything we can find. It seems like there's a commonality, bro. Bunch of fucking clowns, bro. It is hard to be okay with myself sometimes for sticking up, being like, you don't get it. No, you don't understand. You've been programmed. You've been watching too much of the news. Man, this shit's just it's true. It's true. They've been watching too much of the news. They watching fucking dude sounds like a robot, bro. RFK sounds like he's out of Futurama. Probably a cool enough dude, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck I got in common with the Kennedys? Not much. Not much. And they're all fucking just loving the limelight, I guess. But the memes are awesome. The memes are awesome. The internet loves being autistic. They love it. So now there's just Tylenol memes and all these. There's like a weird commonality between like gym culture and lifting culture memes on the internet and like just unhinged autism. So now instead of like photoshopping steroids or growth hormone into the memes, it's just a bottle of Tylenol. Tylenol mixed with White Monster for supreme gains. Some kind of dumb shit like that. That's pretty good. And then here's from Nicole Safier, Nicole Safier, MD. Pregnant women popping Tylenol like Tic Tacs just to stick it to Trump. Please stop. That's incredible. It's incredible that has to be said, or that somebody feels like actually inclined to say it. And just by saying that, I mean, that's got 20,000 likes, 330,000 impressions on Twitter. I'm sorry, X. 1.1 thousand comments, 2.8 thousand reposts. Nicole Safier. Don't weaponize your pregnancy for a political point. Ha. These fucking people. Don't weaponize your pregnancy for a political point. Imagine being a pregnant woman, which I ought not to do, and thinking it's good to just start eating. Dude, I guess that's not so far from reality, though. Seeing some dumb shit on the news and being like, you know what? I'm going to stick it to them. I'm just going to eat half a bottle of Tylenol. Like Eminem used to rap about that shit. If I could swallow a bottle of Tylenol for good, I'd send it for good and just say goodbye to Hollywood, like some shit like that. Like you fucking people are. And now Eminem's not a role model for mental health, but don't you want to grow up to be just like me? There's your fucking role model. I don't know. Maybe they're all of the same ilk, products of the Hollywood design. Consider acetaminophen only when absolutely necessary for the shortest duration and lowest dose. Even the makers of Tylenol say this. Well, Nicole Safier, you assume people are going to read what they're consuming. For an MD, that's an astute observation. Thank you. She's a physician, author, creator of Drop RX, host of Wellness Unmasked on iHeartRadio. Hey, that's cool. I'm on iHeartRadio too. You can find me at BS with B. Hannas. Usually it's a good morning edition of B. Hannas. That's me, Nikki B. Hannas. I make music, heavy blues, metal. NikkiBHannas.com, NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. Long delayed plug. She's also a Fox News contributor and a mom of 3 boys. What else does she tweet? This is the correct messaging from Dr. Oz. We know that people who take Tylenol for prolonged periods of time during pregnancy seem to have a higher instance of autism in the aggregate. The message is not never take Tylenol. It's take Tylenol judiciously. Take it by talking with your doctor. Thank you, Dr. Oz. You got smoked by the orange man he was running for office in Pennsylvania. He got smoked by Fetterman. Yeah, I think Shrek like John Fetterman in his gym shorts in winter. So it's the God damn it. Man, here I am out here just trying to have some fun, and it's just like, "Rrr." This is how they get their hooks in you. This is all so stupid, but that's okay. I'm stupid for indulging in it. EMP, if that's you out there, I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're stupid for listening to me indulge in it. Downstream effects, my friend. I'm gonna watch that one person in the chat drop to 0. Yeah, yeah. So she's like all about the politics shit. She should have put Fox News contributor first, long before a physician or author. But that's okay. Oh man, but here's like a real. There's no way this is a real video. Is this a pregnant girl just? Wow. Oh man, that's horrible. That's terrible. Here we go. Let's see. You see it? Oh no. With this horrible version of the Johnny Cash song. That's embarrassing. Democrats are now chugging bottle. Well, I got nothing to say to that. Here's Tim Pool. Trump should tell them oxygen causes autism. Nice. Oh man, there's a mashup of people actually. It's probably being blown up anyway. They're probably taking like one Tylenol pill. But they're submitting to the groupthink nonetheless. Their energy is being harvested, which is real. American AF. Pregnant liberals are now taking Tylenol. Yeah, this is like. Yeah, I don't know. Then we're gonna have people say we should arrest all these people who are doing this deliberately, bro. Now that the science is out, and okay, dude. Google admits Biden administration pressured YouTube to censor COVID election consent. Oh, okay, cool. Now that Google admits it, righteous. Alphabet Inc., which is Google, disclosed in a September 23rd, 2025 letter to Representative Jim Jordan that White House officials in 2021 flagged YouTube videos on COVID-19 and elections for removal despite no policy violations. The company deemed the interference unacceptable and plans to reinstate thousands of banned accounts relating to political speech. While reviewing past terminations under updated policies, YouTube also committed to ending use of third-party fact checkers to prioritize free expression. Well, we knew that if we have half a brain in our head. But, this is a world where escalators and teleprompters make global news, where the Canadian authorities are culling herds of ostriches. Presumably, they will shoot the farm owners if they, or not, maybe not shoot them, but they will forcibly relocate them if they don't comply. There's hand grenades in Sweden, just casual hand grenades, and people are eating Tylenol to make a statement about autism or something. I just don't. Yeah, but it's okay, guys, because now YouTube comes out and says, "Yeah, we did do it. Sorry, motherfuckers." And it's like, what do you do about that? Like, I can feel that like part of me coming up. What do you fucking do about that, though? YouTube admits it censored Americans at the request of the Biden administration. That presumes that it was actually Biden or people in his administration. That presumes that the people that were in his administration are the people they said were in his administration. Thus, what's with the auto pen, everybody? What happened? What about the people that, what, everyone that said anything about this and like real kind of actual real world consequences that for some of us, not me, I was drunk. I should be thanking Joe Biden because I got sober under Joe Biden. So thank you, sir. I hope you have a fine, peaceful retirement from your years of diligent duty to the US of A down there in Delaware. I hope you can walk the streets of Rehoboth in the finest linens and enjoy your time off. Get the biggest, nicest chunk of fucking ice cream you can, Big Joey. You earned it. Shit's a joke. Here's Rand Paul. Back in the early days of COVID, YouTube suspended me for stating what we know to be facts. Masks don't prevent the transmission of COVID-19. This is what my man's Yuri Bezmenov talked about. Complete and total demoralization. We can't tell facts from fiction. We don't really know what's happening out here. Rand Paul goes on to say, I'm glad to see YouTube is finally taking some accountability for its role in silencing those of us who question the official government narrative. Rand Paul, you are the official government, bro. What? It's just so silly. But thank you. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube, I'm not mad at you necessarily. You probably are at the behest of a variety of shareholders and corporate conglomerates, at the behest of Google, and who knows what kind of international umbrella corporations really run your shit. I thank you for giving me a medium to express myself as I sit here at 7 o'clock, 7:11 rather, on a fine Tuesday evening, bullshitting with my friend in the chat. I don't know if it's EMP or not, though. It might be someone else. Could just be some random ass person from fucking Sweden. Like, oh, god damn it, be honest, found my hand grenade. Oh, what are we going to do about this? But, the world is what it is. Did Google just admit they rigged the 2020 elections? Allegedly, people were getting in a lot of trouble for suggesting that, too. I've been called to many things for suggesting 2020 elections were rigged, but shame on me. I was believing what my eyes saw. I ought not do that. I should know better. Anyway, we're going to get back out of there. Kamala Harris details 2024 campaign choices in first post-election interview. Who fucking cares? And then we're back to Trump urging pregnant women to avoid Tylenol. Very fun. Hashtag Trump is a national disgrace. Ivermectin back in the news. Trending, rather. Oh, boy, what's this? SkyMed store, online ivermectin. All right, I got to look at this. Online ivermectin pharmacy. Okay. Interesting. So if you want some online ivermectin, you can go to SkyMeds, the top online destination for ivermectin and essential meds. Fast, safe, and secure delivery in USA and UK. Prioritizing your health with every order. They said, I officially have an end date for cancer care, October 21st, 2025. This date means more than I can put into words. It represents the end of a chapter that reshaped everything. Oh, that's good for you. So you beat the cancer. Here I was thinking they're trying to sell some shit. That makes me an asshole. Congratulations to you. Yeah, I don't know. This is all stupid. Harvard, Carney, Baby Shark. Why is Baby Shark trending? In 2020, this is from Historic Hub. Why are people talking about Baby Shark? It's the most watched video in YouTube history. 16 billion plus views. Yeah, it's a bunch of parents just keeping their kids happy, I guess. Baby Shark or Bluey. From what I understand, those are your two main choices. But in 2021, 3 Oklahoma jail guards were accused of a bizarre and cruel form of punishment, forcing inmates to listen to Baby Shark on repeat for hours at a time. It's cruel and unusual. Motherfuckers used to get drawn and quartered. But isn't there a clause in the Constitution against cruel and unusual? Nah, Baby Shark disagrees, motherfucker. All right, well, I think I'm done here. That's the news section. Sports and entertainment. Sports, go Eagles. They're winning, which I could moderately care about. Once it's late in the season, I'll be an Eagles fan again. They're going to do great and then start to suck. And that's all anyone talks about. Something that bothers me is every day in the gym, they got fucking ESPN on. And I don't dislike Stephen A. Smith. He seems like a cool dude. Seems like a really cool guy. Seems very smart. He's clearly very successful. But man, every day it's just a panel of buffoons on ESPN, Sports Center, getting paid big dollars, spiraling about sports. I do understand why people who refer to it as sports ball, it's just opiate for the masses, man. Sports and religion. It's like the Colosseums. So much truth to that. Not that I'm like the arbiter of what's right and what's righteous and not, but it's just like, man, these fucking all day long. And it's like all the old heads and like the trainers in there, they love just talking shop about the sports. And that's cool, I guess. I want to say, man, I'm trying to be better like that. That's cool for you guys. You just love the game, love of the game, love of the talk of the game. They probably say the same thing about me and my music. And just like in between reps, I'm air guitaring and air drumming and like headbanging, just all jacked up on caffeine and a sick fucking bicep pump. I'll see someone else in there like dancing around and shit. I'm like, you look dumb. Fuck, I look dumb. That's what I get. I've been staring into the abyss a little too long, and the abyss is starting to stare back at me. And right now, the abyss is Twitter, so I'm done with that. And I've successfully tested all my shit. My man EMP, thanks for hanging out with me, dude. This has been a fine, albeit strange edition of Tuesday Tuesday evening with B Hannas. That's me, Nikki B Hannas. I make music. You can find it nikkibhannas.com, nikkibhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B Hannas on all streaming services. I write from time to time. It's nikkibhannas.substack.com. What else do I do? That's about it, right? You can find this on YouTube, live on YouTube, when technology permits it. Thank you, YouTube, for, even though you are basically saying you were liars a bunch of years ago when it really mattered. Thank you, YouTube, for letting me have a little bit of fun on here. Yeah, BS with B Hannas. Good Morning B Hannas, also available on Spotify podcast, Apple podcast. And while I was very deviated from the mission today, the mission is to hopefully put a little good out there. So that's what I'm doing. Should you want to support it, let's end this with the final plug, patreon.com/Nikki B Hannas. I guess I'll end this with some of my own music, which I just put more out of. Put out 3 EPs this month. You can find the most recent of them on all those aforementioned services. This is Tell Me Again, Nikki B Hannas. One love, peace out. Keep it real.